everybody, I'm back with some of the work I was doing yesterday. I'm going to put a photo in of how these were at the start, which was a very big, large picture. And also the flat lay I did afterwards with them all laid out. But today I wanted to come back and just have a little look at them and see if I can add something to these. So what I've got beside me, I've got some of these, just these pop-up crayons. So sort of liking the yellow. I've got a range of different yellow and red Poscas. I've got a white gel pen, and I've got a range of black and white different shapes and sizes of Posca pens too. I actually thought I was probably just, well, maybe just only going to do a bit of gel pen, but then I saw all those other things and went, oh, maybe. Yes, so I don't know if I'll do all of these now on camera, but I just wanted to share a little bit about my process with them. I have been doing Tracy Verdugo, how do you say her name? Verdugo? Verdugo probably. Tracy's course and taking some tips and pointers. It's a beautiful little course. Some of these, I almost feel like some of these are complete as they are, but you know, adding a few little bits and pieces can really bring out a bit of a pop. I love using the gel pen. I just think it really comes out nicely on these particular spots are with the coloured gesso, so they're quite opaque. So I'm already liking that, just that little tiny decorative element that adds just another dimension. It's like, well, to me it looks a little bit like little skirts, doesn't it? I'm not going to do those because this red through here is just really making me think of this red Posca actually. What happens if I do some little red dots and some bigger red dots here? So once I cut them up, because they were on a large sheet, I actually really have this which way's up, which way's down, and I know which way I did it because I remember these squiggles and I remember doing this. But on its own, out of context with that outer bigger picture, I actually like it this way, which was upside down to how I originally did it. Bit of fun. Just feel like it needs a little bit of weight. I'm just aware that I only have this size black Posca, which I have no idea why that's so. I'm just going to do a few. Alright, so Poscas need to be activated. Just give them a shake and give them a press to get the ink down. Now when that's dried, I'll probably put a little bit of just something to tone it back. Maybe even some texture paste. So it still takes a little bit to dry, it's still wet. Cup of tea. So for the most part, I want to pare that back a bit. I almost feel I enjoy this through here, this much I really love. Here I'm sort of thinking just needs something else. Bit of crayon. These are a wax. These are a wax crayon. These are just kids' things, but they're great. I love them. I have done some work before, which if I could find it, I might put it up where I've overlaid these wax crayons. So layer upon layer, because they colour in quite nicely. But then if you actually pencil over the top of them, you can get this very textured look, which I really love doing. There you go. Just thinking maybe if I've got a little bit of orange. Not too much though. Dabbing on some textured paste. Just a bit. Some of these I just actually loved as they were, so I'm aware not to overwork. I guess there's two schools of thought. Don't add any more and just enjoy the beauty of the raw movement of everything, or keep working it and create a much I guess more prescribed piece, but also just keep working it and finding more. Very often when I'm watching someone else working, I'm thinking, oh, don't add that. Oh no, and then they actually go on and create another piece that's equally amazing. So sometimes I'm looking at these and going, oh no, I don't actually want to add a lot more. It's already fairly full, it's already got quite a lot of a story, and there's a lot of things that the eye can look at. So I think that this one's going to be, I'm stopping that right now before I do any more. Alright, so this one doesn't, actually this one doesn't feel complete. And the thing is, I loved how I brought in this blue. Now I've got it's a darker blue. It's probably a similar blue. I've got this one. This is a different type of wax crayons. A lot of these are children's. These are Faber-Castell. Just going to echo a bit of these lines here. Maybe take some across. Add some shapes. add some text. I can't remember at all which way this one was done in the first place, which way up. It feels like I like that. I like the way that it's going this way. I just use Mod Podge, so it can dry a little bit glossy and hard. Isn't it? It's interesting how this is one of those ones that you can move, and is that how I want it to be? Does that work? I think I still like it this way. Needs something to weight it down a little bit. Maybe just filling this in might just do it. A little bit of Posca, of gel pen. I have to come back to it. Sometimes you just end up looking and going, oh, I actually feel, now I feel stuck. I started to do little finer details, but I wasn't paying so much attention, and I think that this needs to dry, but I need a break. I need a break from that particular one. Now, I don't know that I like this one at all. I mean, it's not doing anything for me. How can I explore that and grow it? Got a stencil. Maybe adding some text or something will make a difference. It's always experiment. I mean, this is all part of just an experimental journey. I mean, they might end up looking reasonably like finished pieces. Getting a lot of that. Alright, so I've got this great big band of orange here, and I'm thinking it needs somehow to be broken up a little bit, just a bit of decoration. So I wasn't really happy with, I think, the whole top half of the page. I'm wondering, do I bring something completely different in and throw it out? Like, will it throw it out to do something completely different? Now that I've added a bit of this pink in, this is a coloured gesso, pink, what's the name? Blush it's called. It's like now I'm committed to adding more pink. You can just bring it back a bit, dab it off. Bit of Posca happening. That's actually, probably want a slightly bigger one. Just getting outside the line a bit. Not every Posca is brilliant. This is blobbing around a bit. So I'm going to enhance this blue a bit more, bring it through onto the charcoal. Get a bit of flow with that. I do quite like this little bit of image here. This looks a bit, I'm very tempted because this shape looks a little bit like a cactus to, I nearly just went in and did a whole heap of, all right, let's do it. Cactus prickles. Not really prickles, but you know what I mean. They look little dots all through here. I'm going to put that one aside. See, we can keep revisiting. I'm also aware that, you know, I might like a lot of, like I like maybe this much of this. Why not take the edge off? Does it matter? It doesn't. If you think maybe actually the framing of this isn't quite right, then why not? That can be used for something else. So I really like this little bit here. I'm enjoying this. Just bring in a little bit of that blue over here to frame it a bit more. Need something else. A little bit of orange around here. I think I'm happy with this one as it is too. Obviously there's always more that you can find, but there's also a place of just enjoying where you're at. Just being there and going, actually, no, there's negative space and there's patterning, there's sort of softness as well as sort of more hard lines. There's contrasty colours, and I've kept this orange coming through here. There's quite a bit of this yellow, it's like squiggly lines. Feels like it's missing something definite, maybe. Like definition. Just one little definite type of movement. This is probably one of those ones I can probably stare at for a long time. Just what else gets added? Darkening these up a bit. Adding some white. Okay. Just going to go through these last couple. I'm not going to add anything to them right at this moment, but just for the sake of having a look at them. So there's a lot of difference from one great big sheet to bringing them all down into smaller sheets. This one I really would like to do a bit more on, for sure. It's quite interesting because there are some things I love about some of them, and there are some others I just look at and go, oh, do I bother? However, the great thing about doing the class I'm doing with Tracy is that it's showing me all the ways that you can add to build it up. Like some of those ways I was just exploring then. I could even bring back in some more charcoal. This is charcoal and this is pencil. Oh, I do see things I can do with that. It's inspiring me. This is like a bit of a burst, like a firework. But as Tracy says, it's not every single, it's the journey. It's not really anything other than the journey and the exploration. And maybe a piece or two are worth taking into a larger piece. Maybe they're okay just as they are. Maybe they're just things that you use for inspiration later. There's that one. This one where we added the pink gesso. I'm actually really starting to love that one. This one, still a few things I can see. Don't like that area now that I've done that. Well, I shouldn't say don't like, I'm just saying it doesn't seem effective. Like, don't like, all of that, maybe not quite the right phrases. But this has been my exploration yesterday and today. And I'm going to go back to doing a few other things, and I hope you enjoyed that little playthrough and some ideas if you're doing mixed media or abstract. And I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.